Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the myCharge Summit 3000 rechargeable power bank. Stay tuned. Like many of you, I have a smartphone, and these smartphones gobble down the power out of the batteries like no tomorrow. The Samsung Galaxy 3, which I have here, can if I don't put it in power save mode and mess around with settings, it will deplete the battery in half a day. Very easy with the way that I use it. So, I tweak things. I could get it to last most of the work day, but I gotta charge it. I gotta plug this thing in. Now, if there's a natural disaster or a man-made disaster that takes down the power grid, how am I going to charge this thing up? This is a terrific way to communicate as long as cell towers are going, plus, GPS and all the things that these can do. It can be a valuable tool, if the resources that interact with this thing work, to get you through some hard times, but the batteries just don't last long. So what can you do? Well, they have these batteries. They're like a rechargeable battery that you can connect to your devices, your iPod, your cell phone, your iPads, or your Android devices or whatever, and charge them back up. So I happen to have always carried one. I've had this one for probably about a quarter of a year. It's an old Energizer, and it can barely charge this thing up, and we'll talk about that in a second. This one has more milliamps or milliamp hours. Again, we'll talk about this coming up here real shortly. So it can charge up the phone fully. So let's get to the review of the Summit 3000. So let's take a close look at it. Here is the front. You'll notice that it does have the old Apple connector right there that you can pull out right there. But there's also other connectors on here too. You have the what do you call them? The micro. I always mix up micro and mini, but it's the micro connector right there that you could attach to your cell phone. It's pretty short, but if you want, there's a USB port right here, so you can plug your longer cable in it and then plug it into your phone, especially if you don't have one of those connectors. You just plug in whatever cable you want into the USB port. Now under here you have a USB cable that you can charge this. You can charge this device right here because it is a rechargeable battery. So I'll plug this in.
Power on. Charging power bank.
And you heard that? It talks to you.
Charging disconnected. Powering off.
Now, this is, I guess if you're getting lonely, you don't have any friends, at least your battery can talk to you, your battery backup. Now, if that's annoying, there's some little pinholes right here that you could take a paper clip and you can click this and it'll go to just making tones, and then you can click it again and it'll be totally silent. And also, if you just happen to talk a different language, you could go ahead and hit the other button and change the languages. So very thoughtful. Now, by the way, if you use this connector, the Apple, it could actually sync through it. So you could have this charging from your computer, and then you could put your iPod here, and it could sync through that. Now, it will not sync through the other connectors. So pretty neat. Now on the bottom, it has these 4 little lights, and it has a button.
Battery is full. Battery is full.
And you can see it has these dots, and it basically gives you the level, and it tells you the level. Now this is really good for like someone who may have a sight disability, maybe blind or something like that. This would really be good for someone like that. I didn't realize that till just now. Now the last important thing that this particular model has is this right here. See that? I can plug this in. Now the reason why you want to use this over using the USB thing to charge it is because this takes about 5.5 hours to charge this battery up, this 3000 milliamp hour battery. If you use this, plug it directly into the wall, it takes only 2 hours. That's fast. You just sort of plug it right in, just like that.
Power on. Charging power bank.
And it's charging fast.
Charging
Really.
disconnected. Powering off.
Really, really cool. So you want to see it charge? I have a power cable here. So I'm going to just plug this into the USB port. This is called a Visible G power.
On. Charging USB device.
This is a Visible G power cable, so you could actually see the charging going on. So we'll plug that into my phone. And there we go. And you can see it charging. Let me turn the light out really quick. See? It's charging. Now it's not charging. Now it's charging. And you could hear it, the cell phone charging right there. So it's charging from there. Look at that thing go. I did a review on this Visible G cable a while back, maybe about a couple of months ago. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, some people said that theirs broke after a short time, and there might be a couple of people wondering if mine is still working. I use it every day and it still works. Not a problem. I could see that maybe if you bend this, you know, a lot, you could probably break it, but I don't bend it. I keep it, you know, I treat it like a fiber optic. You know, you don't want to bend a fiber optic too much or you'll break it. So there you go. It charges really fast. Now, if you don't want to carry a cable, I can go ahead and take this kind of short cable that's built in and plug it right into the cell phone.
Power on. Charging micro device.
And it's charging. Yep, charging. Now, how long does it take to charge a device? Well, that depends on your device. Now, this is the Samsung Galaxy S3. It has a 20...
Charging disconnected. Powering off.
Okay, I can see why some people will turn that off. This has I think a 2100 milliamp battery. So this has a 3000 milliamp hour battery. So this has the capability of fully charging this cell phone. Now, if you're charging it while it's on, that means it's using some of that power. So, you know, it would probably just charge this up once if you left your cell phone on. Now, if you turn your cell phone off and charged it, it could probably charge it about 1 1/3 time in the case of this particular phone. So when you're shopping for one of these batteries, there's all different ones out there. There's 6,000 milliamp hour. There's 10,000. I've seen 12,500 milliamp. You have to make sure that this, you know, has enough power to charge up your cell phone as many times as you're looking for. Now, if you're looking to charge it one time and you know, let's say you have a 3,000 milliamp hour battery in your phone, then if you don't have 3,000 milliamp in your rechargeable battery pack, it's not even going to be able to charge it once. Now, how much does this cost? Well, it costs me $40, but I see it still being sold even online for as high as $80. So what does that tell you? You really need to shop when you're looking for items like this. You really, really need to look. I actually came across I think it was a 5,000 milliamp for like $39. These things go on sale all the time, different makes and models. But you know, do your research. You know, look up the device, let's say on Amazon, and read the reviews. This, by the way, if you go to Amazon and you read the reviews for this product, it gets 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I agree. My only gripe with this thing is that these cables sometimes flop out. They don't stay in very well. See? So that's really my only gripe about this, and that seems to be the only one. The little micro guy always seems to come out. But I do recommend that you find one if you can with the AC power, because 5.5 hours is a long time to charge up a battery, but 2 hours I could generally live with. So this is a great product to have in your bug out bag. For me, I like having this in my everyday bag that I carry all the time. Absolutely. Again, I had this guy before. This is a 2500 milliamp hour, so it barely charged my Samsung Galaxy. It doesn't talk. It's not pretty. It all you get is one cable. This guy, just put this in here and charge it up, and it takes like 5 hours to freaking charge. It's fully charged now. I had found this Energizer guy on an end cap at Target for like $10, so I couldn't resist. You know, it has a battery indicator to let you know. It has the USB port, so you plug in the cable that came with your device right into it. So it doesn't have all the bells and whistles like this, but 2500 milliamp hours for like $10 on an end cap. Like I said, you could catch these things on sale, but you have to make sure that it has the milliamp hour rating sufficient enough to charge your device.
Battery is full.
I like the way it talks, and when I'm lonely I can talk to my battery. I again give this a 9 out of 10. It is definitely something you want in your bug out bag. I highly recommend it for the everyday bag. It's kind of hard to call it an everyday carry because it is, you know, still kind of big, but if you can and you have a cell phone, you want to be prepared. I definitely recommend one of these, and I definitely recommend the myCharge Summit 3000 rechargeable battery pack. It's a big mouthful. So there you go. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber,
Battery is full.
and you, and I hope you have a great evening and a great weekend. Take care. Bye.